Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. With the tensions between Venezuela and Brazil over advances of Venezuela into Guyana, you guys have asked us to look at a relevant mission. Lots of you guys have asked this actually. You've sent several suggested missions and I've looked through them, but I thought, you know what, if we're going to do this, let's go all in. Let's have the entire Brazilian Air Force versus the entire Venezuelan Air Force as it stands now. Brazilian Air Force, as it stands now, have 42 F-5s, originally from the United States, converted by an Israeli firm to the M, modernized version. They can carry Israeli medium and short-range missiles. The Derby, not the Derby ER, but the Derby, very different missile, and Python, currently carrying Python 4 and to be upgraded in the future, I believe, to Python 5. Both missiles created by Rafael of Israel. They also have the AMX International, a joint Brazil-Italian light attack aircraft. 46 of them in service, can carry AIM-9M and other similar missiles, but will go for AIM-9M. They have the EMB-314, 30 of them in service. You may know it as the A-29B Super Tucano. Again, carries AIM-9M and other missiles similar, will use AIM-9M. And their new party piece, they are sourcing Gripen E's from Sweden. Currently, they have 7 that have been delivered and are in service. And here's the thing, it comes with very modern missiles. Meteor missiles, of which it can carry 4, and IRIS-T close-range missiles. So very impressive. They also have modern AWACS. In terms of SAMs, they have very little. SHORAD only. MANPADS, lots of them, and Gepard. Venezuela is a very different kettle of fish, quite a weak air force in that we have Su-30s from Russia, the Mk2 model in service, 22 of them. They carry 1990s Russian missiles, R-77 Adder Block 1, R-27 Alamo, the E variants, the R and the T, and the Archer M1 model. And finally, they have F-16s, provided by United States a long time ago, still the A and B designation, 20 of them still in service. They came with AIM-9L Sidewinders, but have now been provided, and this is a bit weird, by Rafael of Israel, Python 4 missiles. So we're in a strange position here where both coalitions are being supplied missiles by Israel. They rely much more heavily on SAMs, obviously. They have S-300V, the anti-ballistic version of the S-300, SA-11 Buk, and SA-3, all Russian/Soviet systems. And on to today's scenario. First, geography we have to get our head around. This is the northern tip of Brazil, viewers, and it is pretty much to scale within about 5 to 15 miles. So, if we look at this purple line here, that is the northern border of Brazil. You can see from here to here is the correct 300 miles. Obviously, this is the wrong map. This is actually a part of Russia and Georgia, but it's the best we can do. This here is Venezuela. This here is Brazil, and this here is Guyana. It's rotated slightly, 5 to 10 degrees, but it's otherwise pretty accurate. To give you an idea of where things are, I've included some town names, Boa Vista down there, and so on. Why don't we first look at the Venezuelans? We have an S-300 site there, and an S-300 site there. Range about 70 miles. Also at this base, an SA-11 Buk. This base is where the F-16s are going to be operating from, 20 F-16As. Now, some of the missiles that they're using in real life we don't have. We don't have Python 4, so I've used what I consider the best analog. I've used AIM-9X Block 1. I've read about Python 4. It's a non-thrust vectoring missile, but it is apparently capable of 180-degree moves. So the closest we really have is the AIM-9X. So I've allowed 6 AIM-9Xs on these F-16As and a couple of fuel tanks. Today, all AI is veteran skill level and set to air-to-air. Up here, we have the Su-30s. They have 2 Alamo ETs. They have 6 R-77 Adders, and they have 2 Archers, 22 of those. We also have our humans from this base here. They can fly either a flanker or an F-16. Not quite the same variants because those variants aren't flyable in DCS, so they can have a J-11 flanker, which is actually very similar to the Su-30 in operation of DCS with the same missiles, or they can have a slightly more modern F-16 but restricted to the same missiles. Helmet mounted display I think is allowed because they have been upgraded with that for the Python 4s, at least from what I read, and you've got AIM-9Xs to be your Python 4s as well, guys. And that is these guys. They do not have AWACS, but they do have EWR there and there. And that is Venezuela. Next, Brazil. Where do we start? Let's start over here. We have the 7 Gripens that are in service. Bases are defended by manpads as per real life. 7 Gripens. Sorry about the liveries, viewers. I just don't have the liveries to play with at the moment. They have their meteors, as they will have in real life. 4 meteors. I do not have Iris T to give them at the moment, so I've given them ASRAM, and it's going to be very close analog, so don't worry too much about it. And a fuel tank. 30 Super Tucanos, which is going to be an interesting choice, but quite a cool plane ready. They're going to have AIM-9M sidewinders and a couple of fuel tanks, otherwise set the same. Over to the west, we have the mainstay of the Brazilian Air Force at the moment is the upgraded M model of the F-5, carrying the best we can do. So instead of Python 4, we've done AIM-9X again to keep it fair. The Derby we do not have. We have the Derby ER, but that's a very different missile to the standard Derby. The closest we've got in game, and it's actually a very close analog, it's Fox 3, has the same range and the same speed, an AIM-120B. So AIM-120Bs for standard Israeli Derbys today, and a fuel tank, guys. We also have the AMXs. I do not have the AMX, and I do not have time to make it. So we're using a moderately close analog, I think, a light attack aircraft here, the L-39. It will be carrying its Sidewinder Ms and a couple of tanks and cannon. And finally, we've got our humans as well over here, and they can fly F-5M today with their Derbys and their Python 4s. And that is today's battle. So we've got a Brazilian Air Force, which is actually pretty impressive. 42 F5s, 46 AMX, 30 A29, 7 Gripen, and an AWACS, but no long-range SAMs or medium-range SAMs. We have Venezuelan Air Force, only 42 aircraft, Su-30 and F-16, but they do have medium-range SAMs. Predictions.
The Venezuelan Air Force will not be penetrated.
I bet so.
It'll be a war of attrition.
It will be a war of attrition, yeah. There are super weapons, there are meteors, but there's only a handful of them, so they probably won't decide the battle. I'm going to go for Brazil, guys. They've got an AWACS, so information is the most important thing of any battle. Data links, as you all know, guys, and the Reds do have it, but it's ground-based, it's EWR. Blues have an airborne AWACS. It's not the right kind, but it's near enough for today, and that can look over the mountains, so I think Blue will win because of that, if not just because of huge numbers. Viewers, stand by. Brazil versus Venezuela. Welcome in today, viewers. Pilots are, if I can read it, Fire, Push, Cannonball, Brazilian in the F5, Damp, Fly, Grump, Simba in F-16s and Sukhois. Venezuela, Simba, please unpause server. Right, viewers, let's start looking around, shall we? First, let's have a look at some Gripens. As I said before, we don't have the necessary liveries, so you'll just have to pretend they're in Brazilian and Venezuelan liveries. Brand new acquired Gripen. They've ordered another 25, something like that, so it's going to be quite an effective air force. We have the Super Tucanos. People's favourite today, it's got to be, surely. Over here, some human F-5Ms. Some AI F-5Ms. Some AMX Internationals, or the closest I think we can probably get. Blues, we have human F-16s and J-11s. Feel free to take off whenever you want, guys. Probably use those mountains to avoid those meteors, I would suggest. We have the Su-30s. We have the original F-16As. They're so old, they've even got a low polygon model, viewers. Why is Venezuela's Air Force so old and weak, viewers? That I have no idea. I think they've got some Su-35s in order. Maybe I've got that wrong, but anyway, it's not been delivered one way or another. Right, F-5M's airborne for my beautiful, beautiful humans. Fire, nice. What do you think of the F-5M, viewers? I think it's a bloody brilliant idea. Good way of getting a beyond visual range fighter on a friggin' budget. In terms of the amount of missiles it can carry, I looked at pictures, and I only managed to find pictures with 2 Derbies and 2 Python 4s. So that's what I've gone with.
Who do we have on list?
That's me. Yep,
Okay,
send it.
How many of the boys are sending it?
You're shooter, I'm support.
We want to split the teams and come.
Nah, don't bother. It's not super tactical, guys. It's going to be one giant mess as usual.
Very special.
Say some cool things, Simba.
Ice cubes.
He loves ice cubes. He loves them, guys.
Hey, Simba. I'm not really confident in this thing. Is there anywhere I can go to train this thing?
You know, we have plenty of these on the Stoneburner server. And you might even be able to catch people like myself, Kelso, Tuxor, many people that you see in our GR videos roaming about those Stoneburner servers. They're always happy to help people.
I mean, famous people.
Oh, that's neat.
Now, if you want to get hardcore about it there, Grump, we got this thing called Battlegrounds. And it's only for those that really want to test their mental.
Oh, boy.
I want to test my metal. Me, I want to test my metal. Gripen's up. Oof. Going very slowly. Here's a question for you viewers. Why have Brazil purchased Gripens instead of F-35s? Everyone else, well, most other people are going F-35s. It costs about the same as a Gripen, at least in the initial purchase. Why have they gone Gripens, I wonder? Isn't that interesting? Geopolitics must be so interesting if you've got friggin' time to study it.
Maybe the reasons why Sweden built it, how they build it, easy to maintenance by small group.
Also, as well, it's suitable for rough takeoffs, whereas the F-35 has to have an airfield, so maybe it's that as well. Maybe they don't have the airfields.
Might just be financing. They were able to talk the Swedes down to a lower interest rate on their loan.
All about the money. Right, between the sides is now 40 miles. At the vanguard, we have Superfly. Hello, Fly.
Hey.
With his makeshift Python 4s, I've got someone here. Who is it? Nice formation from Sock and Simba and Grump. Janky but kind of cool Venezuelan Air Force. Push and fire up in their F-5Ms with their big modern Israeli radar. 30 miles between flights now. And Fly is being a bottom lurker. Yeah, I said it, bottom lurker.
I like my bottom.
Fire is not being a bottom lurker. 17 miles. We'll run into each other. Right, let's have a look what else is going on. F5AI are up. Whoosh. AMX International up. Gripen, we've already seen, up to altitude. And supersonic. Oh, and angry, and all kinds of angry. Look at that, burning. Smashed their meteors out at 26,000 feet. Meteors don't actually work that low down. They work the way we've set them up, best fired at 40,000 feet. So that's suboptimal. Don't know why they're doing that, but they are. We'll come back to that in a second. And we've got all the F-16A Block 15s doing their thing. I suspect Venezuela was friendly with America at some point and then switched to Soviet for geopolitical reasons. Right, let's have a look at the fight here.
That is correct.
Bye-bye. Fox 2.
Oh, and now the hunter becomes the hunted. Right, something else is being fired. I can't work out where from. Adder, and Adder's out.
Fox 3.
And a meteor's
From Fox
out.
3.
So we've got 2 fronts to watch for you as try and what? Uh-oh. Jesus, all kinds of S's happening. The boys are all merging together. F5 down.
Sorry for that.
He's not sorry. Got Darby out.
I'm not.
Line of sighted. It's true, he's not. Hannibal's merged. There's one Charlie Foxtrot in there. I've got to be super careful of IFF, and plus the AI is moving in as well. Got to go and have a look over here. The meteors are slowly but inexorably burning their way to the hostiles. Mark 2.5. Back over here. Darby out. It's going to hit. It's going to hit a F-16. Shot.
God damn it!
Poor old fly. Python 4 out. Flanker down. Didn't even see it coming. Sock's now stuck right in the middle of that battle. Oh, Sock's down. They're getting absolutely swamped in F5s. AI Su-30s coming in now. 4 losses on red, 2 losses on blue. Meteor's about to start hitting F-16s now. Line of sighted. The F-16 AI have been clever. They're going low down. That's how you beat a meteor. You go low down and hug the ground. Right, back to the fight. Darby ER missed. Adder.
Simba Damp, I'll be right behind you guys.
F5 starting to die now. Darby beaten. Back to the east side. More meteors punching into the F-16s. First meteor kill. Run out of juice. Even meteor runs out eventually. Tried his best, but taken down. More meteors coming in. Oh, didn't even see it coming. Oh, missed. Huh. Legend. Oh, no, it didn't. Right, all mixed in, and an F-16A has managed to get below the Gripens. Someone's going to pick him up at some point, I imagine. Yep, there's a missile going towards him now. Taking him down. Well done, Gripens. Gripens pushing in, and no Gripens lost, and lots of other guys taken down. Another guy's about to go down. F-16A. Trying to dodge meteor. Unsuccessfully. 14 reds down, 6 blues down. Right, what's going on here? Push merges. An Adder just doesn't have the range of the AMRAM, or the Darby in this case. But gets a kill there on an F5. 14-7. 2-to-1 kill ratio so far. Venezuela need to pick up their game a little bit. And the Darby takes down an SU-30. 5's doing surprisingly well with their small loadouts. Darby is proving to be very effective today. An ASRAM or an IRIS-T out. 19-7. We have our first SAM fight of the day, a Grumble. It's not quite the same variant that the Venezuelans have, but it's pretty much near enough today, to be honest. Gripen's having to go defensive against Grumble, which is very potent. It's old, but it's potent. Not before it gets an IRIS-T off. Pop. Those old F-16s don't have a missile warning system on board, so... Gripen taken out. Well, he got too greedy. Gripen's now pushing west. New flight
Simba, I'm taking middle of the pack.
of humans coming in against 4 F-5Ms. 22 kills to 9. Brazil doing surprisingly well. It's mainly due to the Gripens, obviously. Adder's in flight. It's the old Mark 1 Adder, and it's a pretty terrible missile, to be honest. It doesn't really compare to the AMRAM, but... And the same should be true against the Darby as well.
From Fox 3.
F5's going defensive. All kinds of defensive. That looks awesome. F5 out. Good shot. Wow, 2 F5s out. All right, the Venezuelan wave is flaming things back. 3 F5s out. Well done, boys. But he got a Darby off, and Grump's taking it in the face. But it was a good kill. And an AI. Boof. All right, that exchange was slightly won by Venezuela, and there might be another cheeky kill here. F5 down. Yeah, definitely won by Venezuela there. Well done, boys. Good attack. Gripen just got shot down by an SU-30. That was a good attack. I think they're out of meteors. They're pretty much out of meteors. Yep, no more meteors. No more missiles at all. At this point, they would obviously RTB, but I need to cull aeroplanes, so I'm forcing them into battle further. Wow, a really long-range IRIS-T there. And the modern IRIS-T is an extremely good missile, about the same as an ASRAM, with a range of about 20 miles. And doesn't that SU-30 know it? 28-16. And here come some Gladflies, some Buk missiles. These, quite potent missiles, to be honest. Low range, but also quite hard to evade.
Fox 3.
Where's Simba? Where is Simba? There he is. Simba's exchanging with a Derby. Simba's defensive. Derby, 900 knots. 800 knots. Pretty much evaded. And what will Simba's missile manage? Splash. Well done, Simba. Sock, great evasion there, that Derby. Amazing.
Foxstone Gripen.
Flies under a Gripen, and it's going to be an easy kill. It's only got guns only, so should I take that back? I don't know. Go on, fly. Go on, fly. Go on, fly. Go on, fly. I want to see that connect. Venezuela making a massive fight back. Simba just dodges a Derby there without even noticing. So one of our old school battles, viewers. It's super, super cool. Grumbles. Poor old Gripens. Like I said, viewers, in real life, they would RTB, but I need planes culled, so I've told them to stay in the AO, as they will be culled. So, you know, use your common sense when thinking about when stuff should have died and when shouldn't have died. But that said, for what we care about, they're out of the battle now. It would take an hour to RTB and rearmor, so they're out of the battle. All Gripens out, apart from one that really did RTB. 34. Venezuelans down to 24. Brazilians down. Socking a merge. Simba dodging a Derby. Oh, and there's one big push here between what looks like the remaining Venezuelans. Wow, where did they just go? They just disappeared. F5s. Well, actually, it's the Gripens. Gripens is what gave them that push. Adder. Also, the Adders are woefully underperforming today. In terms of the flight model for the F-5M, viewers, we've used an identical... Uh-oh, friendly fire. Friendly fire. We've used an identical flight model for the F-5E, which should be realistic. Add on an F-5 here. Go kill. Sock and emerge, but does he know? Does he know? 34 to 26. Venezuela coming back, but a Derby in the air. It's going to take the AI guy down. 35 to 26. 36 to 26. Now push back from Brazil. And a guy hit in the background there from a Derby at 20 miles. Max range of the missile, and it was a good shot. Su-30 is getting caught out a lot. Derby and Adder exchanging here. F5 out and Su-30 out. The Venezuelans just can't afford a 1-to-1 kill ratio. Oh, an Adder. First time I've seen an Adder today, I think. Boom. Adder taking that guy down. Adder's chasing Fire Dad. Out of the AO. Can he evade it?
Fox 3.
From Fox 3.
Where's that happening? Good shot, boys! My humans
Splash.
doing brilliantly on both sides, to be honest. Well done. I mean, wow. Wow, we're going to run out of F-5M soon. It's going to be... The AMX Internationals are in. Never designed for this kind of battle, but today we'll be using it. Well, the Gramps picked up a Suitor. Line of sight's the Derby. And Venezuela holding on somehow. Doing so well to hold on. They've got like a quarter of the Air Force. They've used their SAMs well. Finally, Fly's going to bite the bullet. Or is he... I don't know, I've lost him. No, it wasn't aimed at him. Oh, look at all those Derbies aimed at that guy there. A massive push. It's the last F5s coming in now. Oh my god, it's almost even. 40 to 35. Where is Venezuela finding? They're digging deep and they're somehow finding ability to fight back. What a great battle this has turned in. 43, just a bunch of Venezuelans went down. Finally, Fly gets what he deserves. Oh, only a handful. Oh, it's only my humans and a few AI. Fight on, guys. Fight on until it becomes impossible to fight on. At some point, they're going to swarm the Venezuelans. We almost beat all of the modern Brazilian jets. It would have been awesome if we were into the AMXs. Well done, F5. Damp out hunting F5s. They can't see him. The AWACS can't see him. But he can't see them either, so everyone's as blind as each other there. Some dregs here, Su-35 dregs, but they've got Derbys raining down on their Su-30 faces. And I don't think he can line of sight that one. Oh, no, he ran into a mountain. No, he didn't. He did line of sight it, but he's got an AIM-9 extra Python 4 right in his beautiful face. And he evades that as well. Can there be an upset? Archer. No joy. Kill, but he's got pythons all over him. Good evasion by the F5. 48 to 38. Still, the Venezuelans will not go away. My beautiful humans are taking off to defend. It's all about pride now. The battle has been won. Now it's about the pride. It's the hordes of super Tucanos charge their way in at 100 knots. And the AMX has charged their way in at a staggering 220 knots. Guys, utilize your SAM network. Be smart. Utilize your SAM network. Right, we're fighting for pride now, viewers. Oh, Fly's even got his fancy kit on. Against this guy here. There's 100% not Winchester. And I don't know why he's not firing. Some kind of reason, I imagine. Fires a Python 4. I didn't track. Didn't track Fly. Thing happened. Oh, and the Python 4 gets Fly. Oh, that is most unfortunate, Fly. Didn't get the tone, I guess. And that's a fair comment. They actually have pretty cool engines, so, yeah. Not hugely surprising.
I know what I'm changing to.
Book's out. Okay, now, Damp's being a bit more smart. He's fighting under a boot network. You see the Book's going out? Somewhere? There. That's the best way to fight. The Book will force the F5s down and Damp will mop up the remains. Sock there to Python his little cute Brazilian bot. Sock. Grump all kinds of angry.
Yep, Fox 3.
Using his terrible adders. Full way short as usual. So it's now about how well the boys can utilize the SAM network.
A 5 down.
Nice. Darby's out.
Fox 3.
Python on Grump. 900 knots, 800 knots, 700 knots, 600 knots, 500 knots. Grump somehow beats it, and he's getting pasted by all kinds of beautiful, beautiful man juice. And demonetized. Sock has been pincered beautifully. The Derby. Oh, but it fails to track. Sock exchanges Python 4s. Double KO. 50
Fox 3.
Venezuelans down. Words are hard. You all know my thoughts and words, viewers. They're very difficult. F5's down. Simba exchanging, but he's not. He's got
F5 down.
It's been caught short. Simba down, but can he get a kill? Out of tracking, but no. It's a piece of poop. Keep going, guys. Oh, Grump has got no chance. He's surrounded him. What are these called? Huh. He did it for them. Take off. Do it again.
Yep.
That's an hors d'oeuvre.
Fox 3.
Got probably 8 more F5s to beat. As I said, viewers, the battle is over now. It's just for pride now. How well can the boys smash these guys up? Flies fired an adder, but it's not much use. It went about 3 miles. Oh, an F5 just went down. No. Yeah, I think. Adder outran. Exchange. Fly exchanges with a guy. Didn't see the Python.
Neat.
Right, you've got 8 more F5s to take down. It's forcing them down, viewers. But we have a Derby in the air. Oh, 53-53. I mean, it's getting a bit silly at this point, obviously, because we're just doing it for 53 kills. That's pretty impressive for Venezuela. Boom. American just went down. Not American, who are they? Venezuelan. Fox 3 from Simba. Look how that missile slows down, viewers. 1,000 knots, 900 knots, 800 knots. Might
Another
hit.
Fox 3.
In my contact. Boof.
Splash.
And again. Boof. Another one
Another
down.
splash.
Nice work. And Derby. Oh, Fly. Got pegged up right up the bot. Right. AMX Internationals entering the SAM ring. Yeah, I said it. Entering the SAM ring. Simba's finally bitten off more than they can chew. Boof. 4 F5s left.
I was able to clip the guy that shot at me.
Huh. How about that, guys?
Yeah, right now it's a trade festival.
Yes, it is. 100% trade festival.
I went 3 for 1.
You need to.
That's simple. We can't all be the people's champ, I'm afraid. Boot takes one down. Sock's firing missiles off. His beloved F-16, Block 15. Derby's going out. I mean, it's impossible for the Venezuelans to operate because their RWRs are constantly being pinged by the SAM. So they don't really know what they're getting hit by. That's why things like this happen. There's not really a great deal they can do. 3 F5s are left. Go on, Sock, finish them off. That's some kind of hors d'oeuvre.
Fox 3.
Damp trades with a guy. 2 F5s left. Trump's getting trapped by Derby, but gets a trade. Oh. doesn't get trade. Or does he? Or does he? Or does he? Wowee, look at that. As we say in the trade, most unfortunate. 2 F5s left, both hunting Simba down. German people's champ up.
Fly straight off the runway, fly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm making a lazy list to the left.
Flight merge. Right. Fire dad entering the frame, supported by a bunch of AMXs. Let's see how these guys do. Wow, they are slow. Real slow, viewers. The real AMXs are better. They go about probably 50% faster than these L-39s, but I didn't really... Oh, a friendly fire. That is not going to be popular. That's not going to be popular at all, guys. To be fair...
I IFF'd you.
In the back.
Sorry.
You're sorry, Grump. You feel remorse about what happened.
Sad fly noises.
Fire running into his hordes of AMXs for cover.
Uh-oh.
Huh. You know what I said? Running into power lines more likely. Right, now you're fighting AMXs, guys, and I don't see this being a challenge, but you never know, because they've got very cold engines, hard to lock onto, and they've actually got relatively decent sidewinders themselves. Now finally, something the adder can kill.
Oh, the adder was quite good.
Can they take on the Horde, viewers? The Horde.
Fox 2.
Wow, those AMXs are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Don't think they're even firing back, viewers. They're set to cap. They should fire back, but if they can't, then they can't. Adder lost track. Engine was too cold. Look, those ET missiles are just not hitting. They're just... Woo!
I feel like I want to defect.
Oh, good dodge.
Just because it's a 10-minute flight to get up to the battle zone.
Yeah. That said, it's kind of a fire problem. Shouldn't have done too well. Chewing through Brazil's AMXs, which don't appear to be fighting at all, viewers. Now, they should be able to. They absolutely have the ability to. Maybe they're just being hopeless. They're set to cap. They've got missiles. Oh, Poosh has done something, and Fly is friggin' wise to it. Ooh. A Poosh Fly sandwich, and I want to be in the middle. I want to be the mayo in that friggin' sandwich.
Awkward.
Yep.
Come on, who wouldn't be, yeah?
Go on, Sock. Shoot his face off. His face, take it right off.
Guns, guns, guns.
Well, I did promise you get some kills today, guys, and you're getting some kills.
There he was.
And we've got a
There you are.
dogfight. F-5M, F-16. Technically block 50, playing block 15 dogfight. It's got to be the F-16 every time. They've both got hobs. They've both got helmet mounted sight. Oh, and Fly loses track.
Coming up.
Who lost him in the clouds? Will he reacquire in time? Who knows? German people shamble over him. Oh, a piece of Poosh's plane pulls off. Oh, wow. That's a tough damage model. Appears it can't be killed by guns. How many bullets are going to hit that thing? Yeah! Well done.
Fox 3 Lone Wolf.
That made my day.
Oh, look at that. Grumps found another F5. What do you think, viewers? Did you enjoy the battle? I thought it was jolly good old school battle, if I'm honest. The AMX didn't work, but it didn't really matter at that point anyway. We were just doing sillies at that point. Oh, Sock, good kill! Grumps locked in a dogfight with Cannonball. Who's going to outsmart the other guy? Oh, the big, heavy, hot flanker got outsmarted. All right, you're out, Grump. I'm just waiting for the two boys to finish up. Oh, now I want to see if the Tucanos fight.
They're all turning to the south.
No, they're not. Fly versus Cannonball now. Who's the manliest man?
Come on, give him that tone. Give him that beautiful
You
tone.
want tone, you want tone, and that's the problem. It's got genuinely quite cool engines. We just use the same engines from core game, and they make a low IR signature. What you don't have, unfortunately, Fly, is cool engines. You got one big, fat, loud, hot engine, and you're about to die because of it. Poor old fly. Tries so hard.
Oh,
Engine too hot. Right, viewers. Brazil won. Why did they win? The Gripens killed about all 20 F-16s very quickly, and that's half of the Venezuelan Air Force, and that was always going to happen. Modern missiles. There was nothing the F-16s could have done. It would have been the same if they went against the Su-30s. It's a case of modern tech again. It's going to win the day. And then after that, we just had hordes of Brazilians. It was always going to go one way. The SAMs tried to even it, and the SAMs did take down the Gripens in the end, but humans did well, especially on the Venezuelan side. Got way above a 1-to-1 kill ratio, which was great. Last battle, Damp versus Cannibal. Remember, Sock, he's got cool engines, so be smart. Don't try and outduke him in a straight-on fight.
yeah, that was my mistake. When I saw his launch trailer, I knew I fucked up.
Yeah. That's a merge.
That's actually the thing that the F5 is more potent just having the Fox 3 on board.
It really turns it into a good plane, doesn't it? I mean, it just shows what an F-5M. That said, it's only 4 missiles. I mean, that would be pretty useless in a mission, wouldn't it?
I had the lock in the 16. The problem is I couldn't do something with it because I didn't have the missile to run after it.
Looks like it's guns only.
I believe it is guns only.
Put him in.
Uh-oh.
Go on, Sock. Recover. Possible reversal from the Sock.
Slow.
Oh, I couldn't quite get his nose on. They're fighting quite high up. Those tiny F-16 wings are struggling.
Yeah, F5 are basically the ultimate equal.
I suppose we could make a target shot pretty easily. We could add that engine and, I don't know, whatever. Sock, you gonna win?
I am guns on, guns on, guns on.
Come on, get us the pride back.
There might be a maneuver kill! Yeah!
Oh, nice.
Venezuela! Alright, viewers. Brazil win, but Venezuela gets some pride back at the end at least. I hope you enjoyed that. And bye-bye!